say what you can do. So let's start. So you can visit to learn.wordpress.org to get started. Since we are connecting to different people globally from around the world, it's important to understand the basic the community etiquettes, the communication etiquettes, the discussion, the practices, and the key principle. For that, there are different courses in learn.wordpress.org. You can take it, and it's accessible to everyone. And next thing, you can place your contribution to through the Five for the Future, where you can place your contribution and how many times you want to contribute to the WordPress Syrian site. And so the next thing is finding the right team is very important. Uh, so for that, WordPress has created a very beautiful thing that it provide. If you are confused in between where should I contribute, what my skills and what team I should need, the WordPress provide you a very interactive questionnaire or a contributor visit that help you to find your best team for you, and you can start contributing to that team and according to your skill sets and your skills. Yeah, this is all. Enjoy. This is how you can enjoy your WordPress journey and get started with the WordPress, try and contribute more to the community, give back more to the community. And yeah, that's all. That's all from me. And yeah, during this presentation, I have referred to many courses and many references. The links, I have also created one post on the Twitter. You can follow me on the Twitter, and you can find that link on the Twitter. And feel free to connect there and engage. And yeah, happy Women's Day once again, and thank you for all your time. I hope you are excited to get involved in this community as I am very excited and overwhelmed now. Yeah, that's my time.
Thank you, Indira. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And anybody has any questions from Indira?
Yeah.
You can ask her. If just can raise your hand, you can ask her. Or else we'll move on to the next one.
I think she pretty much explained in a brief about her journey and how our journey can also be enlightened.
Yes.
Uh, we are really motivated. Thank you, India. That was just some comments and from my end. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Indira. Okay, next up,
Okay.
we have Michelle. So,
let me share my screen.
yes.
Okay. Well, first, let me say happy Women's Day from Rochester, New York. So you're winding down yours, and I'm just starting mine. So
Yeah. Very early morning. Yes, thank you.
yeah, it's very early morning. It's just about 6 a.m. here, but I love WordPress and I love the community and I love all of you. So when I was invited, I said I will set 4 alarms on my phone to make sure that I'm awake today.
Yes, thank you.
So I want to share about personal branding and why it's important and how you can take some immediate steps to help your personal branding. So first, I'm Michelle Frechette, and I want to let you know that the slides are available on my website, meetmichelle.online/personal-branding. That way you don't have to take notes. You can just go ahead and follow along there after the presentation. So why would you think about personal branding? Many people have jobs already, and personal branding doesn't necessarily feel like something that would be important. But personal branding, even within your company, helps you with upward mobility. And if you think about changing jobs later, having any recognition because you've built a personal brand that's solid will help you find outside opportunities. Even if you're not thinking about changing jobs, it can help you be a podcast guest, a guest blogger, you can give talks, and you can be a recognized expert in the field. All of those things are important if you're looking to stake a claim, if you will, within WordPress and within the tech community. No one is as invested in your future as you are. So if you don't take the steps to ensure your own branding, nobody's going to do it for you. I mean, unless you pay them. But if nobody cares about it as much as you do, it's your future, it's your life. So make sure that you're taking the steps that you want to be who you want in the community. So let's get started. What's the very first thing I tell people is to have a personal website. We saw that Indira has a personal website. She shared that at her last slide. Have a personal website, and I suggest that you have the favicon at the top of the browser window. It seems like a tiny little 16 by 16 pixels, but it's so important. I often have, like, don't judge me, but maybe 30 tabs open at a time. And so knowing which tab to go back to, if all of them just have the WordPress W, I'm like, what is this? But having the little favicon at the top, mine has a tiny little image of me, but you can still tell that's
Okay.
Michelle's website. So have a personal website with your favicon. Standardize your headshots and your gravatar across all social platforms. It's super important that you do this, that you standardize your headshots. If you look different in all of your different social media, then people will have trouble recognizing you when you go places. I have standardized mine. It's all from the same photo shoot. Sometimes maybe it's a different angle, but all of them had my purple hair, and they're all in from the same photo shoot, and you can recognize me when you look at different social medias. Write an amazing bio. This is really hard for a lot of people, especially women, because writing your bio feels like you're bragging and that you have like a really big swollen head. But if you're going to read anything about somebody else, you want to know, what are the exciting things that they do? Why is this person interesting? So write an amazing bio, and if it's really difficult, have someone else write one about you. I've written bios for many men in WordPress because they don't know what to say. And so there's sometimes you can ask somebody else to do it. The most important thing is keep it in third person. So don't say I. Like when you read my bio, even though I write it, it says Michelle Frechette, because I want somebody to know who it's being written about. And oftentimes if you see it on, on a like a WordCamp website, most of them will be read in third person, and then you'll see one that says I have this and I do that. It's less professional than to write it in third person. So make sure that you do that. Then add your bio to all of your social sites and link your website from them too. Now, obviously, things like Twitter and other places, you can't put your entire bio. So distill it down to the most important things that will fit within the character limit, and make sure that you have that link back to your website on there too, so that people don't have any difficulty finding you. And then when you look at social media, there's cover photos. So there's cover photos for Twitter, there's cover photos for Facebook, for Blue Sky, for Mastodon. All those things have a place to put a cover photo. Your cover photo should match who your persona is. Who is it that you want people to think of you? How do you want them to think of you? And that's what it should match. So it should somehow go along with your profile picture. And even if it's not from a photo shoot, if it's not a picture of you, it should be something that speaks to who you are at the core of your person. Make sure your WordPress.org profile is up to date. I recently went through a layoff, and the first thing I did was go into everything and fix my bio so it no longer said I was at a place that I didn't work anymore and had a title I no longer had. So I want to make sure that everything is always up to date so that you know that who you're reading about is actually what there is. So I put all of my speaking engagements. I put all of everything in my WordPress.org profile to make sure that everybody can see everything. You look at my profile, it looks like I'm bragging. It's very heavy with lots of information. But where else would you want to put something that shows who you are and what you've done in WordPress? If you've followed all the things that Indira said, you want to make sure you have those on your profile so that you continue to work in the WordPress and people know the accomplishments that you've had there. And then I also say, if you haven't gone to the WP World yet, it is the wp.world. Create a profile there. It's a free site, and it connects through to your Gravatar. It connects through to your WordPress.org website profile. It allows you to put where you're going to be. So if you were going to be going to WordCamp Europe this summer, you can check the box there, and people will know that you're going to be there, and maybe they would want to connect with you. Also, if you're looking for work, you can check a box that says you're open to work, and it does connect through to everything. So I am on the photos team, and I've contributed, hundreds of photos to the photo directory. Those show up on my profile. I have a HeroPress essay that shows up on my profile in the WP World. It's like taking your WordPress.org profile and allowing you to add more things to it. It's free, it's wonderful. I suggest to everybody to create a profile there. It's a nice place to be found. And then if you really want to up your game and you really want to be somebody that's recognized and somebody that speaks as an expert, apply or ask to be a guest on podcasts, do guest blogs, and present webinars. And if you're looking for podcasts to be on, you could go to wppodcast.com. That is a HeroPress website, but it lists all the RSS feeds from all the different WordPress podcasts, and you can find things that match with your things that you want to accomplish. So I have WP Coffee Talk, and that's one of my podcasts. It's on there, and you can see the RSS feed there. So people that want to speak and talk about their own journey, that's a good one. If you're a developer and you want to get on DevChat, there's lots of things that you can do there too. So WPPodcast.com is a great place to start that journey to find podcasts to be on. But also, if you want to write blogs for people, you can often just approach a company and see if they're accepting. Sometimes they have a page on their website where you can submit your interest in contributing to blogs and webinars. And then I always say engage in social media discussions or in Slack forums. So social media discussions, when people start really talking about things in WordPress, if you only read and you never respond, then people don't know that you're somebody who's interested in these different things. I often get more followers on my social media because I'm sharing things about what's happening in WordPress and then in my own WordPress journey. But oftentimes I will just go and comment on other people's things too. And that allows people to kind of see what you're interested in and start to build your reputation within WordPress. Whether that's Twitter for you or Blue Sky or Mastodon, wherever it is that you like to land in your social media, really could think about what's going on and replying to people in discussions. And follow at least 5 new people every week on your preferred social media channels. This was something I did before I knew anybody, as I just started following lots of people. And before I had my WP Coffee Talk podcast, I had about 1,200 followers. That was 2019. Now I have over 19,000 followers because I add people, I follow people, and I participate in discussions that are on WordPress. And I put out things that people want to read, not just blog posts, not just, podcast episodes, but I make sure that the things that I'm putting out there are things people might want to engage in. Some of that is just asking questions and letting people answer a poll or questions on there as well. Even when I just need to seek help. There was a time when I needed help. I couldn't figure out how to do something within GoDaddy. And so I just posted on Twitter, and I had like 12 people DM me that they could help me within a half an hour because I have built this following on there that says that people will read. And so it was easy. I got on a call with somebody. Within 5 minutes, I had the problem solved. And it was user error, in case you were confused. It was definitely my fault for something I didn't see. But having somebody point me down the right direction solved all my trouble. And that was because of how I engage in social media. Create a value or mission statement for yourself and keep it top of mind in all you do. So my value and mission statement and how I approach the WordPress community is kindness first. And so I always try to approach others with kindness. I try to invite others to sit with me, to take a selfie with me, to have conversations. I always start a conversation with, "What do you do in WordPress?" And then I listen, and I am able to have conversations with people and encourage them because I am very interested in what they have to say. So kindness first is mine. I don't know what yours might be, but think of what that mission statement would be. And then everything I post on Twitter, everything I post in all the places, I put kindness first so that I don't get snarky. I don't ever approach things online in a mean way because it doesn't really help anybody to see those moments. I can deal with those kinds of things myself if I'm upset, or I can go to the source. I don't have to broadcast those kinds of things. So everything I put out in social media is with the thought of kindness first. Create a media kit on your website. So headshots, quotes, things you've said, maybe sound bites, little video clips, links to talks or articles. and a way to be contacted. So many people put all these things out on their website, and they don't have maybe their email address, which we all know that could be a nightmare. But if you have a form, a contact form, which I do, yes, I get spammed through it sometimes, and I need to actually put some more filters on there. But it's a really good way for people to get in touch with me without having to try to track me down on social media, especially if you're somebody who's forgotten to open your DMs to people. Like, my DMs are always open. I deal with a lot of spam, but it makes me contactable and approachable by people. I also have those forms on my website so people can get in touch with me. And they know me in Slack and other places, of course. But make sure that if you want to grow, that people have the ability to contact you. Inventory your media placements. So have you been on podcasts? If you have guest blogs, you've done public talks, they're on YouTube, things like that. Include a page on your website with all of these, or select some of them. After so many years, I have too many to put all on one website. So I have selected different talks and different blog writing that I've done to put on my website. The things that I'm most proud of, or maybe things that most people followed. And then link to that page from your media kit. Look for networking opportunities in person and online. You can join Postatus. You can go join the admin bar. There's local meetups. There's WordCamps. There's lots of places. Locally here, when I was freelancing, I was in a networking group, and so I got a lot of business through that networking group. So, but you need to seek those opportunities. Very infrequently are people invited to those spaces. So you need to go and look for them and then follow up on that. And then find ways to improve areas you feel you're weakest. Maybe writing is your difficulty. Maybe you don't like public speaking. There's things like Toastmasters, writing classes, coaching. When I was coaching people, I took a woman who was afraid to speak at a meetup to ask a question. She was so shy. Within a year, she was presenting at a word camp in another country. And that's because you have to build your confidence in those areas. And so as a coach, I was able to do that for her. But you can find ways to do that without spending any money by doing writing classes, Toastmasters, practicing, doing all those things online. And then work on your elevator pitch, which is, how do you describe what you do to people who are in the industry and those who aren't? When I used to start to tell people what I did in WordPress when I was working with a plugin, I would watch their eyes glaze over because they had no idea what any of that was. I was like talking to a restaurateur or a janitor or a teacher. So I had to figure out a way to say I work on the web and I help build web components, right? And so then people are like, oh, okay, I understand what web means. But somebody in the industry, you can go a lot more in depth and say, oh, I worked with GiveWP and these are the things that I did. And it just depends who you're talking to. So you really need like 2 elevator pitches, one for industry and one for outside the industry. But being able to say those things quickly and concisely is really important. And then practice small talk that can lead to deeper conversations. Like talking about the weather, everybody talks about the weather. But if you could say to somebody, what do you do in WordPress? And then they tell you they're a developer on whatever plugin, you could say, oh, I've never heard of that. What does it do? Or, oh my goodness, that's one of my favorites. What do you do on that? And you can start these much deeper conversations. I find doing that at like the table at a WordCamp, for example, is a lot of fun. And I really get to know and meet and learn about new people. Learn something new every day, whether it's a YouTube course, a blog you read, listening to a TED Talk. There's lots of different ways that you can learn something new, and it doesn't even have to be tech related, but just continue to grow your mind by learning something new every day. I love TikTok, and I'm very sad that it's going out of the United States very soon because I've learned so much. It started with learning silly little dances, right? Because that's how the algorithm works. And then now I'm learning all of these things about the oceanography, and I'm learning about the true crime podcasts and everything else. And I learned so many things, and I've connected with so many amazing people through something which we think of as a silly app sometimes that has really brought me joy and brought me to deeper knowledge on so many topics. And then practice speaking with confidence, even if you have to fake it for a while, but have good posture, a strong voice, eliminate a lot. People say and a lot when they don't feel confident. And then when you are speaking to somebody directly or you're in the room with somebody, maintain good eye contact because that shows confidence instead of looking away from people. And sometimes that can be very cultural, right? So maybe if direct eye contact in your culture is seen as as not so good. Of course, these are all just my advice. You don't have to take everyone, but good, strong eye contact, a good, strong voice, eliminating the ums are very important things to be able to speak with confidence. And then I have a website called wpspeakers.com. If you're interested in speaking at WordCamps or at WordPress events or at meetups, and people are looking to find people on specific topics, you can create a free profile on wpspeakers.com. If they are searching for security and you happen to be a security expert, they can email you directly through the site. Everything about it is free, but it's one more place to be found on the web to actually put forth what you are an expert in. I think I did it within my time. Hopefully I didn't run over. And I just wanted to answer any questions if anybody had them. And all of my social links and all of my different projects are at meetmichelle.online.
Okay, so anybody has some questions, can ask Michelle right now.
Well, thank you very much for having me. This has been wonderful. I'm going to stay and listen to all the other speakers too.
Yes,
But I
yes.
wanted to just let you know I was very appreciative to be here, and I'm very excited to be part of the community today.
Okay, if nobody has, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
So you are like the most famous person or most active person in the global community. So what like feedback or any like suggestions do you have for a like community like us to grow or to like encourage more people to come in our community?
Yeah, I think one of the things is to be open with invitations. So when people ask questions, like I'm in Rochester, New York, and so we have a very small local community. But when people email me and ask questions, I always say, this is our next meetup. We would love for you to join us. You don't have to be nervous. You don't have to speak, but you can learn so much from your local meetup. And if you don't have a local meetup, then you can always go online and find online meetups. And like my local meetup is now an online meetup. It happened through the pandemic, right?
Okay.
And then, so we do things like that. But that's a really good way to start. And also just having the events like you're doing really encourages people to contribute. So I think that's wonderful. And then when everything else fails or doesn't fail, do what Indira was talking about, all the different ways that you can be involved, and you
Yes.
can start to grow your community that way.
Yes, we are a quite active community in Kolkata. We have started in 2017. So from this year, we are a little bit like doing it. So we can bring in more women in the community.
I
So
love that.
that's why like this is the first initiative we are taking. So yeah, we have all gone out and invited people and hope and everyone accepted our invitation. Thanks to you, Evie, Angela, and everyone accepted our invitation to join us. So thank you so much for joining us and our community. It means a great to us, right?
This
It means
is a
a lot
wonderful
to
company to
us.
be in. Thank you for including me.
Thank you, Michelle. Anybody else has any question from Michelle? Um,
I
then
have no question, but thanks to Michelle that she has turned her clock for today and has come up with this
yes,
power packed. This was really a great session, Michelle,
yes,
and lots
she
to learn from you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I'll be
definitely.
taking a nap later, I
Yes,
promise.
it's
Oh,
almost 6 o'clock.
definitely you should.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. So Goduli, you are up next.
Yes, I'm up next. And when Ritika told me about this event, I told her that, yeah, other speakers might be preparing any PPT presentation to present their session. So you can also do that, or you can go impromptu, whatever you feel like. So my first decision was not to make a PPT on anything, because I want to talk to each and every women out there present here today, everyone who joined. And I would request everyone to turn their video if possible, if they're in a situation in a proper okay. So if that's not a big problem, then please do turn on the video, because I want to connect with you, all of you, and I don't want to have this session without any PPT, and it's not a one way session I'm going to conduct. So my topic is Ritika, my topic, can you repeat once?
Yes. Building a supportive community for women, a
Ye-
place for women in our community.
So yeah, my question starts from there only. Why do we have to build this supportive community? Why is it not currently already established, right? We are still building the environment. We are still supporting men. We are pulling up each other in order to build an environment, a women ecosystem, whether be it in the technology, whether be it in the communication, or in whichever field whoever is coming from, we have to build it. Because mostly the problem with us is, it's even though even today in 2025 it's like male dominated scenarios in every field. We see more of the men are present in the sectors and in the leadership roles. Even today we can find that only 30% of the population are women who are holding these leadership roles. We should be changing that, right? We should make it 50-50, because men are there, so women should also be there equally, participating everywhere. We are not here to dominate anyone, any gender. We are not here present to dominate anyone, but we are here to coexist and give the leadership equally, without having any kind of constraints. So a little bit about myself. I'm Godhuli, as correctly introduced by Ritika. Many people found my name, it's difficult to pronounce, but that's fine. Okay, so I completed my masters recently in computer science engineering, and I thanks Angela, Anjali, I guess I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
So
think I made a mistake there as well in pronouncing
yeah,
your
she's
name. So
Anjali.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah. You were pronouncing Angela. She's
Yes,
Anjali.
Anjali.
No worries. No worries.
Okay, okay. So I recently completed my masters, and I am in the IT industry for about 5 years. So uh, because this is my session is regarding the women only, I would like to take my mentor's name. My mentor is Momita Di. Even Ritika knows her. So for some reason she couldn't be a part of this event, but yes, she's my mentor, and from her only I learn the thing how to lift each other, each women, like whatever we are having, or whoever we are having, whoever women we are having around, be it in our mates, in our
Mm, is there any technical glitch, Godhuli, from your side?
Yeah,
Ah,
we lost Godali.
ah. She might join in again. She's there. Just a minute. I'll ask her.
uh, I'm back. I guess I got
Aha.
disconnected. Yes. So she introduced me, Momita Deen only introduced me in this community thing. I was not much aware of the community thing, what community does, how it helps each other to connect. So she was the one who told me about all these things. In community, you come, you join in whichever track you are coming from, in whichever technology you are working in. So you can join in hands. So for me personally, I work in a different technology, and WordPress, what I use is for my personal venture. So they are like north pole south pole different, but in whichever communities I get an invitation, I get to volunteer. I always accept that invitation very gladly, because these are the places where we can meet new people, new men, new women out there. And this is the way we can lift each other up, pull each other up, and even we can push each other as well. So initially I was a little bit hesitant. I was thinking, like, even if I go to a community like randomly, what I would say, how would I introduce myself to anybody? Why would anyone be interested in listening to me? So this thing also happened, and many times I have also faced. I have gone to introduce myself to some men, and they were not very interested in, and they were like, "Oh, why at all you came to introduce yourself? I was not interested. I was not having a mindset to talk to you." But that is fine. We should not stop. We should proceed, because if one person is not there to communicate, that is fine. Other person always will be there. There are thousands of options. So I would request each and every women out here to come into the community, be it WordPress community, be in whatever communities you can. Please do come, please do join, please connect, and please collaborate with each other. This is the only way we can connect with each other. And also today, this is a virtual event. Ritika, you are hosting it so beautifully, and I can meet like globally people out there: Andrea, Anjali, Raven, Zevi, Michelle, Indira, everyone. Like, I am able to meet you globally, which could not have been possible, might not have been possible if I have attended a local event, right? So there might be only be people from Kolkata location itself. So thank you for that. So virtual event is necessary for that as well. I would request you, even if you are doing any local events, please do continue virtual events.
Yes,
I
so we can join.
Yes, yes, yes. I like meeting people. I like pushing people as well, just as I am doing. I'm now to turn your camera on. I do like that. And even what I'm doing is my junior. She's a little bit. I won't take her name. She is still very hesitant about coming into the community. But every time I'm pushing her to collaborate and communicate with people more and more. And they're only that's the only thing. The first point we cross this bar of feeling hesitant, of not feeling confidence, we are already 30% crossing our bridge. We can once we cross this bridge, we can reach further goals. We need to overcome that, and when we come together, we come together very stronger. Because I have also seen this many women out there, that I'm speaking it very upfront. There is no holding back, because today I'm speaking my own journey, and also I'm speaking some others journey, as well as I draw in some introduction from Momitadi and my junior. So I have met many women who are not very open to lifting each other up. Okay, so I have met that. So that is very common amongst women. It's We have a term called cat fight that always goes on. So we need to stop that, because there is a place in the top for all of us. We should reach ethically. We should reach together, and we should pull each other up, because already there is so much barrier for the women itself. So if amongst ourselves we are fighting with each other, we are pushing each other down to get to the top, that's not, we are doing something which is which should not be. It should be beating our morality, right? We should keep it correct, and we should proceed uh, together as well. So that's all from my end, Ritika. That's all from my end, all of you. I would request once again, and if anything I said wrong, for that I apologize, but I will not stop pushing each other, and to come to the communities, and to collaborate with each women. Let's bring each other up, and let's stay strong. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Goduli, and thank you so much for your encouraging words.
I think we lost.
I think we lost her again.
It was a great presentation. I'm sorry she's not here to
Yes.
hear how much we
Yes,
loved
she's here.
it.
She might have some technical glitch. She might have some
Yes.
technical glitch or something. Yes, with her mic or something. I'll text her again. This is, I think, the problem we have with when you host it virtually. Little glitches. Okay, she'll be back. Okay, should we wait, or should we like move on to the next session?
She's back.
Yeah, she's back. Let's wait for her.
Sorry,
We were
Anjali.
all saying how wonderful that was, Godali.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank
It was
you.
great, Goduli. If anybody has some questions from Goduli, you can go ahead.
And there's an open forum for anyone who wants to speak about her journey as well, because this is building a supportive environment, my topic,
Yes.
rightfully said by Ritika. So anyone from the audience, if you want to share your journey with
Yes.
us,
Anyone, if you want, you can just unmute yourself and like turn on and you can join.
or a small, a little bit of introduction will also do, if
Yes.
anyone interested.
Okay.
I guess we'll have to work on that,
Yes.
Ritika.
Shell, do you want to say something?
Hello everyone. So yes, I'm been juggling with internet here, so
Yes.
that's why I'm changing places.
Yes.
Hello everyone. I'm Shalwala Tripathi, and I'm a IP and technology lawyer, not coming from a hardcore technology developing field, but yes, here to add some inputs in the technology side and the IP licensing side. I've been part of WordPress and WordCamp for long. Like I remember when this community, Kolkata WordPress community, started in 2019. We organized our first WordCamp. So
Yes. Yes.
I was
Yes.
there, part of the core team, and was a speaker then on the community side, how we can do community management and how to bring more people and more participation in the community. So that is how I got into WordPress side. I got to learn so many things, and from that time, I think I started my ventures, and most of them are built on WordPress. Like most of my firm's website, my new company's website, everything is on WordPress, and I duly enjoy it. So yeah, WordPress has been an integral part of my life, I can say. Like it's the only application or platform I've been using for so long, and that's is it. Like I have always enjoyed the community, interacting with everyone in the whole ecosystem, I say.
One thing I'll add to what Shell said. When our community started, she was the only woman at first. Yes, she was the only woman. Yes, and then
No,
we all came,
then
but
then,
at the
then
beginning, she
Ritika
was
also
the only
joined, and I'm
in the
so
community.
glad to see
Yes,
Ritika leading this, and I'm really happy, and
yes,
I'm you go girl. We are here to support you, right? And definitely Kolkata WordCamp community, it require, like WordPress community, they require more women participation and more tech founders, women who are venturing into interesting field, and I know there are a lot of them in Kolkata. It's just that we have to shout, we have to put that energy. Come
yes,
on, man, come on, women, come and
yes,
let's join hands. So that is it. Like we have to do
yes,
that shouting.
yes.
And thank you for doing this. Like Angela, Andrea, and all the other speakers. I'm really excited to know more about what others are doing.
Okay, now we can move on to the next session, I think.
Yeah.
Angela, it's sorry. I mispronouncing your
No
name. I'm so
worries.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
So
Angel.
sorry.
It's easier.
Okay, 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 okay.
Your angel. Let me share my screen on my short presentation.
Okay.
How can I share? Let me present. Okay. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone.
Good
So,
afternoon.
happy Women's Day. And today, this will just be a short talk, but I hope these last message that encourage every woman out there that to actually step forward, take risks, and believe in herself. And to start, I want to ask everybody a question. Like, have you ever felt like you were meant for more, but always fear held you back? Yeah.
Yes.
And don't worry, that is me as
Yes.
well. Every
Always
day.
felt,
Yes.
always felt.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Always.
Always, right? And
Yes.
yeah, that was me as well. Growing up, I always have this burning desire to explore, to grow, and to make an impact. I was actually one of student council in college and high school because I always wanted to be like the voice for others. I also joined even the Girl Scouts, because I love the idea of having giving back to the community and the leadership and the service. Also, I also joined the lyre band. I was so active when I was college and high school. Also, I do the sports and because of the teamworks and pushing your limit. But despite all of this, I had fear. But I think everyone always have this fear, always shouting inside you. And I was so afraid to be unknown. I'm afraid of stepping up into the space like I felt I didn't belong. Like I think everybody always have that issue personally. Like we always have this imposter syndrome. Let's face it. Every day when you wake up, oh my god, can I do this?
Yes.
Especially when you're in a community sometimes. Even
Yes.
you have a lot of
Yes.
things, but
Yes.
picking up, standing on, you know, and as a province girl, here opportunities is very limited. The world of technology, the WordPress, the IT industry, it feels like it's not designed for me at first because it was a space like dominated by men, let's face it. And it's where women had to work twice as hard to be seen and heard. But then everything changed in just one decision. I attended my first ever WordPress meetup, and it's not just any meetup, it's actually just the WordPress 20th anniversary celebration. It's just one step, but for me, it changed everything. Because I still remember the feeling that, like a shy girl from the province traveling like 4 or 5 hours commute to Manila just to attend this event celebrating the 20 years of the WordPress. It's a big step for me because I didn't know about the place. I am not in my comfort zone, and I had so many doubts. Like, would I fit in? Like, would I understand what they're discussing, what they're saying? Would anyone notice my dress, my fit, or would anyone notice that I was there? But and the moment I walked in, I actually felt something different because the community was very warm, welcoming, and very open. Not just to experts and just to beginners like me as well. And I believe that meetup wasn't just about celebrating the WordPress history. It's building its future. And for me, a first timer, I saw myself as a part of it. And there was a person actually who believed in me from the very first, someone who saw the potential in me and when even I doubted myself. And I just want to take this opportunity to give a special shout out to Miss Jevi Fajardo and Ati Jevi. Thank you for trusting me and supporting me and encouraging me in every step of the way. And the trust give me this courage to take a next big step on my career like this. And after that meetup, my curiosity grew and I kept attending to meetups and learning more, getting to know each other, getting to know about the community. And then it one day, like one session, one meetup, someone actually asked me to be if I want to volunteer for the WordCamp Manila. And I was like, can I do this? Can I, because I don't I was like just like 2 months in the community and I don't know anyone. I'm still fresh. I'm still new and I was like, do I belong here? Can I really do this? Did I belong enough to contribute? But then like I realized opportunities don't wait for us to feel ready. So, at that night, yeah, I took a deep breath and yeah, I'll apply to be a volunteer. And I just tried my luck. And luckily, I was selected as a part of the WordCamp Manila volunteer as in helping the registration desk for the event. And at first, I was like, what if I made a mistake? Because I'm in the registration area, and that is the first step of having a success in the actual event. And I was, oh god, what if someone asked me and I didn't know the answer? But then something magical happened, and each mile we gave to all the attendees made me more confident. Each interactions reminded me that I had something that valuable to contribute on. And at the end of the event, I wasn't just a volunteer, and I knew I was something, part of something bigger. And every step forward led to another and another and another. And I tried my luck, and also again applied to volunteer in WordCamp Asia 2024. Luckily, I was selected again, and it also happened to be my first international travel. So yeah, and this year, luckily, I was also part of the organizing team for the WordCamp Asia 2025. And I can say that the most important that happened to me during this journey is, I think, I found my voice in this community. Like, I saw women like Michelle, Ate Jevi, and all the women that's speaking today. They are not just part of the conversation. We are leading it, you know? And upon those meetups, all those programs, I realized that, yeah, I want to be a voice as well in this community. I want to inspire others the way you inspired me. And from this shy type of girl from the province that afraid of being a part of this community, to someone leading and organizing an international event, I'm to be honest, I'm still growing. This talk right now is still part of my growth. It's actually my first time speaking. So thank you very much for inviting me as well for today. And yeah, I haven't fully grown yet, but little by little, step by step, I'm still learning and gaining more confidence in finding my place. And that's why exactly I am sharing my story here today, because growth isn't just having it all figured out. It's about trying anyway. And so today in Women's Day, I just want to remind every woman listening that, oh, that's late. Yeah. Sorry, that was late. I was so focused on speaking, I forgot to click my slide. So fear doesn't define you. Doubt doesn't have to stop you. The moment you step forward, you're already growing. I know, stepping outside of your comfort zone is scary, but it's also where the real change happens. So to all women out there who has felt very hesitated, contributing, going out, speaking through yourself, you know, uh, you just need one step forward, and that you belong in every way you want to do. You are very capable on everything you do in yourself or for the community or for everything. And you can do it. In every achievement, I had started with one courageous step forward, traveling from the province to Manila. Is so if I can do it, so you can. So for every woman out there, I want to ask you, or you can ask yourself that, what's the next step you're going to take, or I am going to take. So thank you. And yeah, thank you. Let's connect. You can scan my QR code. And
Thank you so much. That was a great talk. I have a question for you. Because you gave a talk regarding fear. My biggest fear is public speaking. Like,
Oh.
When I see people in front of me, I'm like, cannot even speak a single word. It's like I have the words in
Yeah.
my mind, but it's not like somehow it got stuck. It gets stuck. I don't know. It
Yeah,
happens
yeah.
to me. Is it me, or like is it like happened?
Don't worry. That is like me as well. But my tip is like looking just to one person and just look at her and don't if it's your first time,
Yes.
to lessen your pressure, to because I think there is like a scientific term with that, like looking to one object and you can focus. So, you can calm yourself and you can do your talk and just, speak with your heart.
Yes, the moment you see like everyone is looking at you like gone,
Yeah.
everything out of mind, like nothing,
Like a
nothing.
rattle or something like that. I was like, yeah.
Yes, yeah, and then gone. Yes,
Um,
that's mostly what happens to me. But this time around, like I like no, I'm not going to sit around. Like from the first word camp, I was always like working backstage, helping with either with registration desk, either with food, either working in the dashboard of the website, everywhere. I mean, Shell was there in the word camp.
yeah.
But from this year, like I am like, no, I have to get out on stage for once. Like so
I can handle small talks, but like something, this big, like speaking to everyone, so a lot of people looking at you and was like, it's like they're waiting for you to have mistake. It was like, oh no.
But from day zero till now, like from day starting till now, Ritika, you have grown, right? Public speaking fear till now. You have found your voice. You have to
I
accept.
still have my fear. If anybody who is a speaker, they can know that I have my fear. Like they
Oh
can at
yeah.
least
I
direct
still
that in my
have
voice.
All
mine.
of us are having that fear, Ritika.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I think
Even if
this is why, because we don't talk about our fears most often. Like we cannot
Yes.
Yeah.
come, honestly about like how what actually things give us stress. We don't talk
Yes.
about it.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
Yes.
think
We don't talk about the negative. That's
Yes.
why
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
talking about
Yes.
my fear. Because I know every woman, actually not just women, even the mans,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
have that fear that, we cannot talk to other people. And
Yes.
so we don't know how can we what do you call it? To remove that, like something like that, to
To
overcome.
overcome the fear.
Yeah, to overcome it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
I will say
Okay.
one thing though.
Yes.
When you say that you think people are there watching for your mistakes, the
Yes.
opposite is true. People are there to learn from you because you're the expert and they want to see you succeed. But
Yes.
also, Ritika, they say that more people are afraid of public speaking than dying. And so more people would rather be in the casket than speaking
Yes.
at the funeral. So you're not
Yes.
alone.
absolutely
Yes.
correct, Michelle. I will agree to this. I
Yes.
still go back to my school days where this, like, I used to hate stage. Like, I had like the stage fear. But I
Mhm.
remember that particular teacher of mine who just, pushed me that no, you have to go for the debates.
Yeah.
You have to go and go. You have to go for that extempo. You have to do it. And
Yeah.
that one thing that push is required. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. You do have
Googling
to
was
step
telling
outside your
about
comfort
that.
zone.
But
Mhm.
I
Anjali, you
did.
did a wonderful job.
yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you,
From
everyone.
just taking
I
legs
would
to here, I think I overcome that a
Yes.
bit.
and I would never have known this was your first talk, Anjali. It was very good.
Yes. It was great actually.
Yeah, it,
Hmm.
it
I mean,
was.
literally, like like it's like the personification of your PPT. I am
Yeah, it was
hosting
great.
an event. I mean, where I can't even speak a proper phrase. Like during the
It's
first
all
word camp,
pictures.
I was just standing like behind. I was just working everything, pulling out bags, working on the dashboard, I'm doing everything. But hardly anyone knew that I was in the scene.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. We feel you. That's, an organizer, dilemma. And we were
Yes.
like, they didn't know about the back stuff.
No,
And
we worked
happy,
in the back end. Yes.
just happy they're enjoying the event. And yeah.
Yes.
And there you need a supportive community, right?
Yes.
Where
Yeah.
Yes. You
everyone is
cannot
giving.
do it alone. in any event, you cannot do it alone. You
Yes. Thankfully, I have the very supportive and very, 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 very good team, the Manila team, where also Jevi is part of. So that's why. Thank you.
okay? Thank you so much for
Thank you.
your
Thank
talk. Your
you,
talk was
everyone.
great, actually. It was really
Thank
great. Okay,
you.
now we move on to the our panel discussion. Goduli, Shell.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. I think you have
Hello,
already
everyone.
introduced yourself. Godhuli's also introduced herself.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm just going to moderate. I'm just going to moderate you two. So first, the our topic of panel discussion is building businesses using WordPress. I mean, both Godhuli and Shell have built their businesses using WordPress, so they are like the best person to answer on this. So we can start with the first question if you guys are ready. So we can start.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, little bit tell us about yourself, about your like why did you choose WordPress for your ventures? Why not other platforms? And
Yes.
why it would be better for any startups or small ventures or any kind of ventures to use
This
WordPress for their
question is
businesses?
for Godali or for me,
Both
Ritika?
of you can go one by one.
Yeah.
Godali, you want to go first or shall you want to go
Yeah,
first?
yeah. Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
So, yes, so WordPress is just like the baseline, right? To to when we plant a seed, it's like we need the soil, the sunlight and water, and this WordPress is just like the soil, the baseline of everything. Whenever anybody, there are many I would say many competitors of WordPress as well, but whenever we think of building a website, what comes is the WordPress. It's the baseline of everything, it's the skeleton of everything, and probably this WordPress is the first this website making platform. So that's why I have chosen WordPress for my startup. It's a, very new and very this WordPress is so easy to use. Without, I am from the technical background, but I do have my team members who are not from the technical background, so they can use this drag and drop thing feature. They can add on all the plugin features as well, in order to stimulate all other features that are readily not available in the WordPress. So that was very easy for them to handle. Like within 1 week we could make a very basic skeleton we prepared within 1 week, and that too we had only say 1 hour of meeting in 3 days. We made the website within this 1 week. It was not a very pro type feature, it was very simple, but it's done. This is the first step we make while creating a venture, that is creating our own website, which is very much required, and that was done within 1 week using this WordPress. And I think looking back, the 6 months I have started my venture, so this looking back, WordPress is the best possible decision I have made, choosing WordPress, and I'm looking forward to using WordPress for the upcoming days as well. The features I'm getting without any without taking any pro plugins or any pro features, those are amazing. Those are adequate for a startup as well. So yes.
Okay, that's
uh,
really great insight. I think you told everything, Goduli, summed up very nicely. I would like to add few points. Like I have ventured, like I'm into business for the last 7 years, and when I started, like it happens with everyone, whoever is going in this entrepreneurship journey, you need, you know, as possible less resource you can get, or cost optimize things, and flexible things so that you can start with. You need that kick. So for me, WordPress was that, because when I started my firm, I didn't go for any tech person to build my website at that moment. I did it all alone using WordPress. It was flexible, cost effective, and rest of my team members who were non technical, they were able to use it, right? They were able to go to the dashboard, upload the blogs, which was very very important for my business, because I am into the legal side and technology side. So definitely I want to educate my visitors and clients. So everyone in the team can easily access and do things in the dashboard. So for me, I think flexibility, cost effectiveness was the major kick. It helped me to build and start my first website, and after that I built upon it. Like after a particular time, I again revamped my website, added further services. So I think, it helped me a lot on that angle. Ritika, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. So, can you like a little bit elaborate on how it can help, particularly women who are starting out in businesses
uh,
who
like
don't
when
have
you
much
start
resource?
Yeah. So when you start the business, the major issue which you face is what to do next, how to get that traction, how to get clients. You are very clear as to, okay, I'm going to give these services. These are the points where I can solve the problem of my clients, but you don't know exactly how to market yourself and get that targeted client to your, place. So there definitely you need an online presence, and for that online presence you need something easy, something where anyone can click and know about your business. So you have to build website, definitely, number one. And number two, you have to shout a lot that yes, you're in the market, yes, you're building this is how you're going to solve the issue of your clients. So this is number one. Number two is WordPress has a very supportive kind of ecosystem. Like you can find local communities super active in most of the states. When I'm talking about India, right, lots of community engagement happening. Like if you travel to Bangalore from Kolkata, you'll find that, okay, you can just go and check on the Google and you'll find that a meetup happening. So you can go and be a part. Suppose you're building something which is near to WordPress, or you are using it, you can go and tell them about what you're building. Okay, and the community is so supportive, they'll give you a chance to come and speak about it. Or you can take part into word camps where you speak about exactly the issue which you are trying to solve and how WordPress is helping that. So there are a lot of community engagement when I talk from the open source side, because WordPress is an open source platform. So lot of people are engaged. So if you're building business in this segment, it's lot easy to be on the more talking side, which you actually require as an entrepreneur. So this is my insight, purely coming from practical experience. So yeah, this is it.
So on that note, I would like to add this. We have this meetup app where from we get all the events enlisted for the WordPress thing. So I have it subscribed, and luckily, what this is. Um, what to say there, I got my team members only from the WordPress community itself. Okay, so I didn't have the scope in order, like I registered many times, as Ritika knows, but I couldn't attend any in-person event. This is my first virtual event of WordPress that I'm attending, and that also virtual I'm attending. I couldn't attend in person due to some reasons, but I got my team members from this online meetup platform, online this group of WordPress only. So they probably have attended, and we connected through this WordPress ecosystem. So as rightfully said by Shail, this WordPress ecosystem is so supportive. I got my team members; they are also supporting my ventures. They help me building it. They are from non-technical background, and they are helping me building it. I got it from the WordPress community itself. So that's kudos to the WordPress ecosystem. It's constantly growing and helping each others.
Yeah, and sometimes you get feedbacks too, like see, this kind of thing could be done in this way. Like there are experts there who are ready to talk to you, give insights. You can develop, you can even tell them to help you out, and they will happily be doing that. So yeah, amazing, full of amazing people. Someone asked me how to get clients on internet, Swarnali Saha. So see, there is no golden rule again, how to get clients on internet. It's all a persistent effort. You have to keep doing, you have to keep making noise in the social platforms, that what you are selling, what exactly you're doing. Keep attending the networking events. I'm a big fan of WordPress networking events. I think these are the great opportunities where you tell what you're building. So this is.
I think we can move on to the next question, right? Yeah, Ritika, you are on mute.
I did it while you guys were talking, so that there's no disturbance. I'm really sorry. Okay, we can move on to the next question. Is one thing that I have for Shell, because she comes from legal side. So when building a WordPress website, so what people most common misunderstanding regarding copyright, especially with themes and plugins? If you could give us some idea, Shell. Uh,
I think she got disconnected.
oh, 1 minute. She's having some issue with the network.
Hmm.
Yes,
So,
there.
so legal questions, we can move on
Ah.
to next if she's not available now, because I won't be able to answer. I'm not a legal
No,
person. She's the best person to answer that.
Okay, so I'm back. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
no
Yeah.
Welcome
problem,
back,
no
Shell.
problem. Yeah, yeah, no problem.
So I
Okay,
told
I
you
can
that
repeat the
there is some
questions.
internet issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I can repeat the questions. So regarding what? Yes. So when building a WordPress website, what's
Yeah.
people's most common misunderstanding regarding copyright, especially with themes and plugins? I mean, can you
Hmm.
give us some idea about that?
I think the beautiful part of using WordPress is it's open source. So you have very already you're working in a regulated environment kind of, because you just have to adhere to the GPL license, right? So if you are developing a plugin, you have to just keep in mind that it is like GPL license, number one. Number two, now the other question which come from this is that it shall suppose my particular product or particular plugin is GPL compliant, but how I can commercially exploit that, how I can gain more commercial traction out of that. Then definitely when it is coming to the core side, when you are doing the core development, on that you are doing the GPL licenses and everything. But when you're trying to get into the commercial side, you can go for the dual licensing and the other thing, which definitely adds more value when you're going to the commercial side. Now coming to the copyright stuff, copyright is more like on the creative part. Suppose you are a designer, okay, and you have built a very interesting UI and UX, interface. Definitely you will require to protect that. So then you can go for the copyright. And suppose if you are someone who is into WordPress, making some kind of business out of it, definitely would also like to protect your brand. So again, you can go for trademark registrations for your brand. So these are the IPs you can actually mix and match according to what you are developing. And this is how you can go through. So this is what I can in a brief time I can say or explain. And for more knowledge on this, like if you want to talk more about it, I'm like I will be glad to have a physical meetup where everyone is coming together, and we can discuss more in detail. Ritika, you're on mute.
Sorry, again, sorry, sorry. So, Goduli, can you give us some insights? Like you build your own website, your own ventures website. So your ups and downs and how you like overcome that.
Yeah, definitely. So, regarding ups and downs, my venture is on the mostly. I would like to take one question from Shornali. She has asked in the yes, in the chat there is how to get clients on the internet. So for more traction for the internet, everything, you'll have to make the online presence very much active and very much consistent, which already Shell mentioned. Howsoever, for me, my business is mostly on the wall mural painting. Okay, so that is not a very online thing. Like what I did is I made this website, and as in person, I started engaging with people to draw the clients. I am not sure what venture Shornali is into. I am not sure about whether it has only to be on the internet, but if possible, if you can conduct any kind of in-person meetings, on in-person you can engage with the clients, that brings a lot of traction. Because once this becomes the talk of the town, then also you'll get many visits and the traction automatically comes into your website. So what we do is like, if you are making one, this is like a very a suggestion kind of thing, what I did from my experience. So what I did is I made my separate business card where I put on this website name which I prepared with WordPress itself. And then I engage with clients in person wherever I could. And after that, what I'm finding is there is many interaction, many these visits, many customer visits in my website. So you can drive either way. You can go in person and bring in clients who will be visiting your website. If that kind of business you are into, that is a very it would give you very positive outcome, I would say. And otherwise, if you are going from the, if your market is like very much online thing, then please do this marketing in different reels, or I know this sometimes we already might be, some of us might be following Shark Tank, and there was a one girl who was her company name was Nishir kind of. So she told that आपको नाचना है तो रील्स में नाचो, आपका वेबसाइट के लिए है ना. तो we
Oh,
need to uh, do those stuffs. We need to prepare some online content which would bring up the audience to actually have this interest for your website, and they should go, then only they will be going to your website and will have that traction. So whatever kind of videos we can make through social medias, if that is possible, please do. Then only we can bring these clients on the internet, and clients will be visiting your website automatically. So that was
Yeah, very
uh,
interesting point Godli highlighted. Like content is the king, Swarnali. I can say you are into affiliate marketing and you are promoting digital products. You said then you have to definitely make content which engage people and which at least give them some knowledge about it so that they can get back to you. This is what the service segment businesses are all about. You have to educate in order to get your clients. And I remember when we started, so at that time I started with different campaigns. So we used to do a 3 days campaign, 7 days campaign, 15 days campaign, where we used to educate people about what IP is, what intellectual property is, and how it is important to protect it. So from the small businesses to the mid-sized businesses, we used to try to get more good speakers who can contribute in different segments of the business. Like suppose someone talking from the fashion industry, that how IP protection is required. Someone coming from the suppose pharmaceutical part, so like why patent is required. So all these segments somehow reach to the target audience and they were able to relate with it. So this relatability is very important if you're trying to get that traction.
very true, Shell. This is very true. We need to have those target audience captured via it might be conducting any workshops, any webinars. So that is what is giving back to the community, right? When we are doing this kind of ventures, we are doing this community giving. We're giving back to the community. We are doing it for free, and then only we can get the traction to our own website, and that
Absolutely.
can have,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
totally agree.
okay. So next question I would like to say, like there are many women, especially people also, like they're still in their regular job. They want to start their own venture, but they're not sure whether what they should do or not. Like, what is your like quick tips you want to give to them?
Please join the WordPress community based out of Kolkata. Whoever I'll find, I'm going to push her through and come in front, so that, because I am doing my own job and I started my venture. This is, um, this is very difficult for me. I have no like, I'm not scared to tell it very upfront that yes, I'm losing some things. Okay, so some of the things I'm losing, like I'm not able to attend to many wedding parties this season only, because I wanted to give that time to my venture. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making a priority out of things what I really do need to do now, so that I can get my venture getting this traction in the upcoming days. So please do, and anybody out of Kolkata, if you are there, I'm going to push you through.
I think this supporting ecosystem is too much required. And when you have to take that jump, Ritika, that particular question, this is something you have to decide yourself. Like, this is a very difficult question. Like, when I'm doing a job, like, and I
Yes.
also want to do a
Something.
entrepreneur thing, something on the side, what to do, whether to leave the job, whether or not. This is a very, what to say, variable kind of question. It depends person to person. Like for me, having a job stability was not working out. I was like, I want to pursue what I want to, you know I am thinking I want to build. And that is why I took that plunge. I left my job and started my firm. Now there are people who are very well doing their job, and at the side, part time, they are building their ventures slowly. So there is no race when it comes to building ventures. It's all about, it's just like your baby. You have to, provide all kind of nutrition
Yes.
to it, and it will grow with time. It's all that when you start feeling like, now at this point I want to give my all time to this venture, leave your job and join it. And yes, Goduli very very brilliantly highlighted this point, that we do require supportive environment.
Yes.
Like, for business, when woman, what I have felt, we lack that. Like, for me, it's like it's hard to go and pitch, because maybe I'm more comfortable pitching my business idea in my office or my client's office. But for my male colleague, it would be very easy to go for a beer or a coffee with the client, and pitch the idea, or get that investment, or close that deal. So, for women, it's always, a bit tough to go through that route, the rough route, and build their venture. And that is why they require a sort of ecosystem where they are pushed together, or maybe provided an environment where they are coming and opening up exactly what they are building and getting that confidence. So Angel very clearly said that we have to come out from that fear, right? Again, going back to her. So yeah, absolutely. It's all your call at what time you want to jump in to build your venture.
Yes. Okay, so we can wrap this up and we can move on to the next session. Anyone has some questions? You can go ahead and ask Goduli or Shell. Mm,
They are not in mood to talk licenses.
okay. Michelle, do you have some inputs on this building businesses?
Me?
Yes, you're
I
the
think
one of the most supportive. You supported us, like, as a community member, bringing in more women and more women startup companies.
when I was freelancing and called myself an agency of one,
Hmm.
I often did things like um, I was doing marketing, not just web design. So I would use things on my business card because we still use business cards. I don't know if everybody else does, but I still like business cards. And even on my website, I would call myself a marketing diva instead of just saying CEO or like something that made me sound important. Because every time I handed that business card to somebody, they would read that, they would smile or laugh, and it would start a conversation. So I think you have to find ways that you can be creative in how you kind of get people interested in what you have to say. And so, and then as I mentioned in my presentation, joining networking groups. I don't know what kinds of groups you have in different parts of the world, but we had networking groups here and local chambers of commerce. And I joined those things, and I was the only person who was allowed to be in the group who was building websites. So there was only one person per seat. And so and it was required that you give as many referrals every year as you could. And so people were constantly referring me as a web designer, and then those people would like what I did and refer the next person. And so that was the way I grew my business, is just getting out there. And even like, okay, this was a while ago, so maybe things are a little bit different, but I would go through the local newspaper and look for businesses that only had a phone number, and I would like search them online. If they didn't have a website at all, I would reach out to them and explain to them why a website would be important. I've done that with people who only using Facebook pages as their business website, and explain to them why they're missing out on so much traffic and so many opportunities. And then also, if you look and their Google business is not claimed, that's another way that you can contact them and say, I can help you claim your Google business
Yes.
listing, and to have a website with that would be, the perfect pair for
Yes.
people to find you. So there's different ways that you can be very creative in trying to find clientele for sure.
Thank you,
Oh my
Michelle.
God, that was really, really good. This is a very important point Michelle said.
Yes.
Finding out your client, like getting that list, doing that cold callings, like
Yes.
whatever stage of business you are, you have to do cold calling.
Yes.
And it's not always comfortable, so you have
No,
to
it's
practice.
not. No, it's not. No,
It
it's
is
not.
not
And
at all comfortable.
you have to be okay with people saying no,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
I
yes.
mean,
Because you'll
yes.
hear no
Yes.
more than you will hear yes.
Yes. Yes.
And that's okay. If you're getting no's, that means you're asking, right? So for
Yes.
every 10 or 20 people that say no, thank you, or
Yes.
even just hang up on you, you
Yes.
might get one, and that one is worth, will pay you for
Yes.
a month's worth of salary. So you
Yes.
have to just be persistent and
Yes.
not have your feelings hurt when people say no.
Yes.
Absolutely, Michelle. I see it like this no at this particular point may turn to yes after 2, 3 years, maybe.
Yeah,
Yes. It
exactly.
might. It might. Yes.
Exactly.
It might.
For sure. I don't know if you have the saying there, but we say you have to have thick skin. So
Yes.
that like
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Same
okay.
thing. Same thing.
Absolutely.
Same
Yeah.
thing. I mean,
When you're in business, you have to develop that thick
thick
skin.
skin. Yes. You
Yes,
cannot like.
absolutely.
Yes. Otherwise, you won't survive here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, then we can wrap up the panel and
One
then we
one
can.
more thing, Ritika.
Yes.
Someone
Yes.
just
Raise the hand.
asked.
Indira. Yes. Indira, yes.
Yeah, I have one suggestion, Ritika. Let's
Yes.
capture this moment.
Yes, sure, sure. Why not? I mean, if everybody could turn on their camera if they can, then we can capture the moment, you know. Yes. Indira, you're doing it?
You can also do it, Ritika. Like
Okay.
it's
Okay, then I'll do it.
Yeah, we have many audiences turning on their camera.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you all. Thank you
Thank
all.
you. So thank
That
you so much.
Ritika, you must answer that question for Swapnali, I think.
Wait.
Swarnali.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So she's asking from where she can get the tutorials or learning courses for marketing and for client acquisition, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, Godali, do you have any inputs?
Yes, so let me see, the question was for a
Okay.
business.
One more
Rapport.
minute.
Building rapport with the client is very important. This is very true, and everybody we are talking to is not going to be my client, honestly speaking.
Yes.
And there will
Yes.
be
Yes.
100 no coming up before the first yes that is going to be, the person is going to be my client. So if short only, if you are like, I am not sure what kind of business you are referring to, whatever that is, like offline, I already told you, we need to engage more with people. And also this Shell mentioned, we need to do this workshops kind of thing where we are giving back to the community. So that kind of free works initially we do in order to get the client's attention, and then once we get this client attention, we can bring in those traction to our websites. And on the other side, regarding if your business is very much online, if initially getting into the website, getting the clients into the website is difficult. Okay, so let's do that in the social sites, the Facebook, Instagram, any kind of reels that are trending, any kinds of hooks and carousels we are seeing these days. It's very popular, and everybody is scrolling those things. So if you can do those kind of marketing for your own niche domain, then that can ultimately bring your clients to visit the website. And also, please, if possible, prepare this business card as a already Michelle told, this business card, and making that particular hook which is very much audience catching, that will be bringing your first client after all those 100 no's, I'm telling you. So
Yes.
that hook,
Yeah.
that one click will give you the clients after that. So
Yeah,
that's
and
a good.
adding to the course side, you can use Udemy, you can use LinkedIn Learning, and you can also see more upskilling courses there. They can give you an insight as to the client acquisition side. And yes, do come up for the meetups, because
Yes.
they
Yes.
are the great place where you can have these things to be
Yes.
discussed in more
Yes.
detail.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, Shornali also is telling that everybody is disliking me. I If you followed my session, I told you sometimes in the meetups when I went to introduce myself, they were like, "Why at all you have come to introduce you? I'm not interested to talk to you." I have faced that, a slap on my face, but that is fine. Okay, if that person does not mean the entire world to me, whoever is disliking you does not mean the entire world to me. There are more people. There are other people you can go and pitch in for your own business. You will get the traction. Be like, we are all prepared, we are all thick skinned. Just we have prepared the mentality like that. We are
Yes.
going to get this no's from everyone before we get that first yes.
Oh
So
my
please
God, you
don't get
highlighted
disheartened.
a very important part,
Yes.
Goduli. Like when it comes to dislikeness, so I'll tell you the kind of field I come from, legal side. It's a heavy male dominant profession. As a lawyer, you have to deal with more, like both sides, like the advocates and the lawyer side also, and the client side also. So there are situations and scenarios where the client feels that being a woman, since I'm a
Yes.
woman, I cannot represent the case the way a male counterpart can do. So, this kind of thoughts, this kind of statements you cannot change. It's just that you can just keep working, proving yourself, like how you're different and what exactly you are putting on the table, right? So, this is what makes you valuable. Then, like or dislike is a very small word.
Yes.
Hey, we missed the moment to capture our snap. Let's do that. And,
Or we can do it at the end also, like, we
okay.
can do it
Yes,
at the end
yes.
also. Okay.
We are
Okay. So
having
one
Jevi
thing,
already.
just I just want to ask one. I have a question from our guest from who have joined from other communities. Like, what's meetup in your community? Can you give us some idea? Regular meetups. Uh, Maybe Michelle.
For
I'm not
us,
sure what.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, for us, regular meetups is like, well, mostly really are men's, but
Okay.
try to do it on a like regular or monthly basis. But right now, I'm seeing the growth that there's a lot of women joining us, which is good. But we're still pushing more women's to talk,
Hmm.
actually, so that, the diversity is there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Michelle, from your side.
So we've been doing our meetup online since
Okay.
COVID, and
Okay. Still okay.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Okay.
because I have trouble with my mobility,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't always have somebody to help me with my scooter, it's easier
Yes.
for me to present from online and to
Okay.
manage that. So we do it
Okay.
online, which is also nice because we get people. We do it on the first Monday evening of every month if it's not a
Okay.
holiday, and
Okay.
we get people attending from Australia because it's
Yes,
the
that
opposite
is
time.
the advantage of a virtual meetup, actually.
Yeah,
COVID
it's
has
really
given
nice,
us.
and people from all over the place. Sometimes we have more people from outside of our area than inside our area.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes, yes. Indira, do you have local meetups near you? Pune, right?
Yeah. In Pune, we do have a local meetup. We meet for the coffee meetups and
Yes,
different meetups. It's very interesting over here.
yes, yes. Yeah, I get I see it on Insta. Yes.
Yeah, it's quite good here, and community is good in Pune also.
Uh, And our meetup is mostly happens like at third or fourth week of every month, and we try to get in more women, but yeah, it's mostly men. Yes, but it's mostly at the end it's all about food. Yes. After meetups it's all about food. That is the common thing of our
I
meetups.
think that's
Food
too
is
a
very
part of,
important.
yeah,
Yes,
that's too a part of a ecosystem. Like the
yes,
team which eat together, stay
yes,
together, the community
yes.
which enjoy together, stay together. So yeah, like I think Ritika, we can go a bit more creative when it comes to
Yes,
our meetups, right?
yes,
Why we are always doing it under one roof? We can go outside in the
yes.
garden too and talk about it.
Yes, I don't know why. The reason I asked this, it's like I like wanted to know, is it same in every like communities or it's just us? In the end, we all like go to like which place do we have to go to eat? Like it's in the end, it's all always comes about food.
Yeah, I think we can do more cross
Yes,
communities
yes,
virtual meetups like which
yes,
this we are
yes,
doing. It gives
yes,
lots of insight, like and build the connection which we require. Michelle, Indra, and Angel, we have from coming from
yes,
different communities. Maybe I'm forgetting 2 3 more names.
yes.
um, so yeah.
Okay, so I think if anybody has some questions, otherwise we'll move on to heavy. If am I pronouncing it right?
It's Jevi.
Jevi, okay. I thought J was silent. Sorry, Jevi.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Okay. No questions. So I think,
I think you can start. Yes.
okay, let me share my screen.
Yes.
So, okay. So we've really had, so far, we're really doing a really good topic. And I guess I should have started because my topic is about the role of women in WordPress meetups and WordCamps. And a lot of you already tackle about different information on what or how the struggles of women in meetups in every event actually. So before we start, just wanna introduce myself again. My name is Jevi Fajardo. I'm currently working as a customer experience training lead at Suri. It's a e-commerce business based in UK. One of the WordPress user group Philippines and Manila organizer, volunteer in WordCamp Asia 2024, organizer of WordCamp Asia 2025, and I'm from the Philippines. Okay, so my first question is, how many of you have attended a WordPress meetup or WordCamp, or is this your first time attending meetup?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Oh, okay. So a lot of us may have attended different meetups or WordCamps. And have you seen many women's? Well, I believe it was tackled earlier that mostly are men's.
Yes.
So have you also seen women actively organizing or speaking at the event? Earlier, I heard Shea was the first or only
Yes.
women in your
Yes.
team,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, back in 2019.
Yes. When we started with the first big event, yes, she was the only organizer, speaker.
So yeah, but after that, Ritika joined as the
Yes.
second woman in the community, and from there we started having more women.
And yeah.
Good to
Andrea
hear.
is also there. She's not opening her video call, but yeah, she's also there in our community. Yes.
I think what happened was when we joined the meetup, it's encouraging other women
Yes.
and it's helping break the barrier.
Yes.
So many of us hesitant due to self-doubt, just like what Angel said, maybe fear or
Yes.
it could be lack of opportunities. But when we uplift each other,
Hmm.
right, we create a cycle of mentorship and starting empowering women where, well, just today's learning, today's meetup could be a bigger tomorrow, could be just like what we envisioned earlier, could be a bigger meetup or word camp face to face, right? In Kolkata next time.
Yes.
So it's becoming a strong community wherein everyone feels valued, heard, motivated to contribute. Just like what the talk of India earlier, everyone will be contributing, supporting women that can be a bigger part of every event, right?
Yeah.
So The role of women in WordPress and meetups and WordCamps can be an organizer, as a speaker, a contributor, or a mentor. And I know that a lot of us already did speak, organize, and became a contributor. Actually, just like what mentioned earlier, Michelle is really a known person in the industry.
Yes.
And
Yes.
during WordCamp Asia, everyone was really excited to take a picture with her. I never had a chance, but I keep seeing her. I think we were running all the time, so I never really had the chance to capture a
Next
lot
year.
of moments in my phone.
We'll get that next year.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
definitely. I'll make
Yes.
sure to
Yes.
be there
Yes.
for. So, women's representation in WordPress as organizer, as a speaker, contributor, as I mentioned, will encourage everyone to believe that they can do too. So every time I meet a woman in this role, every time I see someone talking, organizing, a mentor, I feel so inspired and I actually ask myself, can I be like that too?
Yes. Yes.
Right? We also ask that. We ask that. Why? Because again, many women hesitate to speak, feeling they're not enough. They're not an expert enough. And I know this feeling very well because just like me, I ask myself, if I was invited as a speaker, do I have a good story to tell?
Yes.
I actually hesitated to join and speak today because I think I don't really have the yet that story to tell. But I realized something important, that my experience is different from other experience and it really matters. So someone right now in the audience may relate to my journey and others may have related to, right? So this is why representation is really powerful. When we see women step up, it shows us that we can do the same thing. So how do you think the WordPress community can support more women? One is actively inviting and supporting women to speak and volunteer. So again, thank you, Kolkata WordPress, for inviting me. I appreciate it. And mentor and uplift newcomers. So sometimes this has been a topic before with one of our meetups wherein we see the same old faces, right? We don't really, and sometimes if you are a new joiner in a meetup, you tend to get shy because they are talking to each other because they already know each other. So newcomers tend to stay in one place not talking because whom should I talk to? I don't know anyone. I'm so shy. And if no one will uplift that newcomer, the tendency is that person will no longer join the next meetup. It has been a topic with one of my friend. When we were in Davao, Kevin, Dan, and I actually talk about it, and we made a plan to each other. Wherein every time we have a meetup, if three of us is in that meetup, we should not talk to each other. We should find different groups, talk to a lot of people, and invite them. I want newcomers to feel that everyone is welcome, no matter what's your background is, right? Because especially for if women join, I know women tend to be talkative, but it really depends on the situation, depends on the location or the topic, especially if the topic is too technical, sometimes they tend to. And if you cannot relate, you'll just shut up, right? So it's really important that we uplift and mentor newcomers. And hopefully in the future, I believe there are some initiatives that promote diversity in WordPress. If we can also do that, I think it would really be imagine the future wherein a lot of us are supporting or have an initiative supporting everyone. Right? So so I want to share as a woman, I want to share how I grew myself in the community and how I discovered WordPress meetup and WordCamps. So I was initially invited by my coworker, and the first meetup was in 2023. Honestly, I was asking myself, what am I doing here? I should be sleeping by now. And I didn't even understand a thing, right? I know WordPress, I know Drupal, but I'm not a technical person. So I felt like I'm just wasting my time. But My coworker was really eager. He invited me to another meetups, and then I found out that there was actually a bigger community. There's a community with a lot of other technical communities in the Philippines, and I was really amazed meeting a lot of those people that are already on C position or C-level positions that are excited there or talking to anyone and giving back to the community. I was really inspired. The next thing I know, I'm already organizing my first bird camp in Manila in November 2023, where Angel was one of our volunteer. And well, at first you mentioned she was scared, but she really did a good job, honestly. I didn't really have to worry about the things during the registration because she take the lead, right? And now she's talking and also part of the bigger community. So how these events help me grow? So these are the photos of the events that I attended from meetups in Manila. Actually, we traveled the Philippines to attend different meetups. I also traveled to Taiwan together with Angel. And also last one is in WordCamp Asia. So first is I was able to build confidence as an organizer and a speaker. So again, I started as an attendee. Someone supported me, became an organizer, became a volunteer, and those experience helped me push out of my comfort zone, giving me the confidence to take the leadership role. I want to thank I know they're not here, but I want to thank my Andrew and Carl who supported me and believed me first when everyone else doubted. So during WordCamp Manila, I was the only woman in the organizing team, and we're eight. But yeah, now we have a lot of women in the team. I also expanded my network, found a supportive community, and most importantly, gained friends worldwide. So through this event, I've met my mentors who have supported and inspired me. I've met Dan and Angel who traveled with me to attend an organized meetup in the Philippines. Harcy actually supported me and nominated me to get a Yoast Care Fund. I have my brothers all over the Philippines. I have Kevin, Arvin, Jericho, O'Neill, EJ, and I want to thank everyone, those fellow volunteers and organizers who actually introduced me to the community and welcomes and empowers people. So I just want to say that no matter what your background is, the connections that you are building is very important. It really help you grow. It will help you from others, exchange ideas, find opportunities to support fellow women in the WordPress community. I even learn new skills and grow in the industry. Did I mention in the beginning that I attended WordPress meetup and I don't have any knowledge using WordPress? I didn't know how to use WordPress. But with the help of the community, I was able to create my own blogging site. Thank you to Jim and Martin who helped me finish my website. Now I have my own blogging website. Now I can use WordPress. I can probably say that. But I'm still learning, so I'm still growing the industry. So when I was interviewed by Yoast, I told them that the community is actually my mentor because everyone here in the community is very willing to give their knowledge and to help you with all the struggles that you mentioned. Just like what Michelle shared earlier, with all the connections that she built, with the problem that she encountered within 5 minutes, she was able to resolve it, right? Because that's how the community is. So it's really a great community that we were in. We were able to find the right tribe, just
Yes.
like what my mentor used to say.
Yes.
So I was also able to discover a passion for community and giving back. So when I joined the community, I realized that I actually love organizing event and being part of this cycle of learning, growing, mentoring has been one of the most fulfilling part of my journey so far with WordPress. I pushed my boundaries and explored opportunities. So last year, while we were organizing WordCamp Asia, we actually traveled the Philippines to meet a lot of people and to expand the horizon and making sure that everyone is well aware about WordPress. That's why I gained friends worldwide. When I was in the registration, I can say hi to everyone, even though I cannot remember all of the names, but I can remember the face that, oh, I met this person here. I met this person here. Right? So it's really, I was so excited meeting those people that I met in different events. So each event actually challenged me in a new way, whether through networking. I'm not really good at networking, like small talks. That's why I learned something from Michelle doing small talks. I will do that. Speaking and organizing, it actually helped me become stronger, more confident, a more confident version of myself. And hopefully, the more we support and encourage women, the stronger our community become. Hopefully, we'll also do the same thing with other women's here and eventually will grow. So as a woman in WordPress, I want you to take the next step. If you haven't joined a meetup, or if you know someone who haven't joined a meetup, who volunteer or applied as speaker, please let's invite them. Let's be the voice, right? And if you are an organizer or a community leader, ask yourself, how can we make events more inclusive? This one is actually a best example. Most organizations do this only in Women's Month, but
Yes.
well, we can actually do it in every other month or regularly, right?
Yes.
Not just in Women's Month.
Yes.
So we can also think of another ways to make this more inclusive and to
Yes.
welcome other women's in the community. So to end this one, my greatest learning, well, is I realized that stepping into the WordPress community as a woman wasn't just about learning. Initially, that was the reason why I joined. But it was about finding a place to grow where you can lead and uplift others along the way.
Yes.
So I hope that we do that as well
Yes.
with others. That's it for me. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Jevi. Thank you. That was a great talk. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we are almost at the end. So anyone has some questions to anyone, you can ask, or we can take the group photo.
Hey Ritika, I don't have any questions, but I want to thank you for hosting such exclusive meet that we can from globally we are connecting here.
Thank you so much to you guys. I mean, for for coming and joining us. I mean, it was great. I mean, this was my first time, but this was really great. Thank you, Michelle, Jevi, Angel, Shell, you, Indira, Godhuli, everyone. I mean, thank you so much for accepting, the invitation to come and join our event. It
Thank you,
means a lot
Ritika,
to us.
for being this enthusiastic, reaching all of us, and
Yes.
saying that you have to come.
I
And
just I didn't know. I just texted and we're doing an event, but I didn't know who to call. I'm like, I just go all out.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the
there's
first step
nothing
we are
wrong in
doing.
taking an initiative, and what's the worst can happen? You'll say no.
Yeah.
talking to Ritika is always refreshing. She's coming up with different ideas what we can do in the community. I'm sure she's coming up with interesting stuff in future. You and Andrea, I'm very sure. Andrea is not here, I think. Is she here?
Um,
I'm here. Hi.
yes, Andrea
Hello,
is here.
Andrea.
Yes.
Hi,
Hello.
Andrea.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Thank you all for joining. The
Thank
session was really good.
yes.
Both
Thank you so
sorry to
much.
criticize Ritika and Andrea for doing this so well. Thank you so much for inviting all of us.
Thank you. Okay, can we doing a series of short videos?
I'm inviting people to be part of my series. I would like to have people from all over the world. So if you want to be interviewed for a 5-minute interview, click that link and schedule with me because I would
Thank
love
you
to
so
have you all.
much. Thank you,
Yeah.
Michelle. I already did that. You sent me
I know
that.
you did.
Yes,
I
yes.
know you did.
And thank you, Michelle, for doing it in like wee hours in the morning. Thank you so much for joining
Of
our
course.
community event. It means a lot to us.
I
And
was happy to
Jevi
be
and
here.
Angel, Indira, Shell, Goduli, like I cannot describe in words what you did. I mean, being someone like you came just because I invited you, it means a lot to us.
After all, we all are the part of this women supporting women ecosystem,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
In the WordPress. So
Yes.
thank you, everyone. It was
Thank you
brilliant
so much.
interacting with everyone.
Okay.
And WordPress is not only connecting women, it's connecting businesses as well, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
In the end, we are coming from different backgrounds. We are all
Yes.
together. Yes.
And lastly, I want to add, like, I hope we can meet each other
Yes.
on next WordCamp.
Yes.
It's a
Asia.
happiness for
Yes.
me.
Yes. Hopefully, we
Yes.
can meet, or we can all meet in Asia. Yes.
Yeah, and it's very near to my place. If
Yes.
anyone want any help, please reach out to me. I'm very happy to help anyone,
Yes.
everyone.
We are probably coming, so we might contact you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to meet you. See you all there.
Yes. 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 Okay. So, can we take a group photo?
Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody like, please switch on like their camera, then we can take the photo. Okay. Like, okay, Shell has, let's Shell in first. Hmm, I'm having some problem with my, I don't know.
Okay, I'm taking a screenshot from my end.
Okay.
Okay.
But it won't be like, all of us won't be there. Like it will be like 2 or 3 screenshots, right? Okay, Revan, Shweta, Shiny, Shornali. Okay. Yes. Goduli, did you take it?
I took it. I'm taking another one. Let's say cheese. And yes, I'm taking all of.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, done.
Yes.
Everybody smiled. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining our event. It means a lot. Thank you and happy Women's Day to all of you again.
Yay.
Happy
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, I'm বন্ধ করছি তাহলে.
Okay, bye, Ritika.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
No, no, it's okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Tata.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Mm.